We're going to be going over trig integrals of sine and cosine, the even powers. Last video I didn't write it, but it was actually the trig integrals of odd powers. All right, so let's start off. For the even powers, you're going to use mostly these formulas, but occasionally you might need to use this formula in a more complex problem. Alright, so let's start off with this. What is the indefinite integral of sine to the fourth x dx? So what are we going to do? We're going to have to simplify this into something we can work with. The fourth power is too high. Let's try to make it sine squared. Boom. So it's sine squared x squared dx. So what are we going to do? We're going to use one of these formulas. But which one we're going to use? We're going to use this formula and change this to 1 minus cosine 2x divided by 2. But I like to write a little bit differently. I like to put the 1 half over here minus cosine 2x divided by 2 and the entire thing squared. This is easy for me to work with. All right. As you can see, we can factor some stuff out. What are we going to factor out? Let's factor the 1 half out first. And because it's squared, it's going to be 1 to the fourth. So we factor 1 to the fourth out. So what are we going to do? Let's try to make this a little bit less complicated again. Let's FOIL this out. Now we're going to have the indefinite integral of 1 minus 2 cosine 2x plus cosine squared 2x. So can we make this more simpler? Yes, we can. What is the formula we're going to use? It's going to be this formula. But the caveat is that we have a 2x over here. Since we have a 2x over here, we have to factor that in, and we have to multiply this by 2, because this is cosine squared x is equal to 1 plus cosine 2x divided by 2. So we have to factor that 2 in and multiply this by 2, and we're going to get 1.5 plus cosine 4x divided by 2. We used this formula. Now what can we do? Can we make this more simpler? Yes, we can. We can combine like terms. So what is 1 plus 1 half? It's going to be 3 over 2. So now we have 3 over 2 minus 2 cosine 2x plus cosine 4x divided by 2. And what are we going to do now? Just simply integrate, take the integral, and make and get 3 over 2x minus the integral of cosine 2x is going to be sine 2x divided by 2, and the negative 2 and the 2 in the bottom will cancel out. We're left with sine 2x, and the integral of cosine 4x divided by 2 is going to be sine 4x over 4. So we're going to multiply that 2, and we're going to have sine 4x divided by 8. Then we'll just distribute the 1 over 4 that we had left over, and we'll get as our final answer the indefinite integral of sine to the 4x dx is equal to 3x divided by 8 minus sine 2x divided by 4 plus sine 4x divided by 32 plus c.